There we go. So let me just start again for those who are jumping on in. Good evening. Welcome. This is the Love Your Finances 7-Day Challenge. I am Elaine Forbes Daisley. I'm a business financial coach. I help you to clarify your business finance. I help you also to create simple financial solutions that will help you to live your dreams while living in your means. And today we are starting the 7 days financial challenge. We are starting the 7-day financial challenge. So we are going to go ahead and talk about why it is important to love on your finances, especially today. So today you should be loving on your finances. And I was saying it's just like a relation, any other relationship that you have with your family, with your friends, with it's a relationship. So some people said, if you have a relationship and you don't communicate with that person that you have a relationship with, if you don't communicate with that person, how is that relationship going to be? So you have to have a communication with your finances. That's the first thing. You have to communicate with your finances. And I know somebody out there is going to say, but Elaine, my finances can't talk. Oh, my finances can't talk. Your finances will talk to you. One of the way that your finance talk to you is in your bank account. And today is day one, and we're going to be talking about our bank account, how to make sure that you're having a good relationship with your finance through your bank account. Because when you sign up for this 7-day challenge, guys, we're going to talk about 7 different topics, right? Each day you will get a topic that we're talking about, and these are ways that you can assess your finances. And when you assess your finances, we're going to give you some tips that will help you to start loving on your finances. So, you know how when you have a relationship with someone, when you have a relationship, you do, like I said, first of all, you meet the person. Hi, hello. So you said the same thing to your finances. Hi, hello. And when you say hi, hello, then you said, you ask for the phone number, right? Because the reason why you ask for the phone number is so you have a way to connect, to communicate with that person. Now, when you have your finances, the first thing you look at is that you say, hey, I have bills. Hi, hello, bills. But how do you communicate with your bills? You have a job or you have a business, you have income, right? You say hi, hello to your income. But how do you communicate with that income? So the first thing you do is you make sure you have a bank account. Guys, that's the first thing that you use to show your finances that you are going to be communicating with your finances. Because I know it's not your fiance. It's not your fiance. It is for your finances. I don't want to say it's love your money. It's not love your money. We're not talking just about your money. We are talking about your finances, guys. You have to love on your finances. So let us get into hey, Michelle, thank you so much for sharing. So let me go ahead and share let us go into how you show love to your finances. Hey, Jillian, we are talking about the Love Your Finance Challenge today. If you have not yet signed up, make sure you go ahead and sign up. If I can find this, you go ahead and sign up, and you can make sure you sign up at bit.ly/love challenge 7, and you'll be able to get this document. So let me go ahead and share. Here it is. All right. Jackie, I know you're in the room. Jackie, I know you're in the room. Give me a thumbs up if you can see this document. Let me know if you can see the document. I'm not seeing it. Okay. Okay, there we go. So it is on the screen. All right. So Love Your Finance Challenge. The first thing is that you have to love on your bank account. Love your bank account, because that is one of the way that you are going to show love to your finances. And we have a document here. It says it is virtually impossible to gain financial freedom without having a bank account. It is virtually impossible, guys, to get financial freedom. Okay, I'm glad you can see it. To get financial freedom without having a bank account. Right? And I know some people says, but I can do it without having a bank account. Now, most financial situation, hey Verona, most financial situation requires you to have a bank account, as the information is necessary and will show your financial abilities. The bank account provides secure and convenient way to manage funds coming in and out of your bank account. So your paycheck, your bills. Remember, we talk about when you say hi to your finances, the first thing most people are presented with is the bills. The bills. In order to show love to your bills, you have to have a way to securely pay for your bills. So that's having a bank account. And if you don't maintain a bank account, it can become costly over time. So that means that if you don't have a bank account, right? And you have to buy a money order to pay your bills, right? You have to buy a money order. It's costing you to be able to buy a money order. And you might say, but I only buy it once a month. So let's talk about how serious it is, because a lot of people do not pay attention to the fact that when you don't have a bank account, it's costing you. It's costing you. So some place charge $1. The post office is $1.25 for a money order. So let's say you have one bill that you pay $1.25 every month. That's $12.25. But let's say you have 10 bills that you have to pay every month. That is now going to be $125. Hey Faith, thank you so much for jumping on in. That's $125 that you could be putting in a mutual fund and saving it so that you can get financial freedom. So some people might say, oh, how does not having a bank account is costing me? That's the way it costs you, right? And then we says bank account plays a very important role in the love relationship you have with your finances. Building a relationship takes time and effort. Hi, Faye. It takes time and effort. To build a love relationship with your finances means taking care of your bank account. So one, you get the bank account. So you say hi to your bank account. So now you have to communicate with your bank account. You have to make sure that you are having a relationship with your bank account. You have to pay attention to what is going on in that bank account. Because I know that some people says, okay, so I put a survey out there and I asked people from time to time, and they said, and people says, oh, but I don't do a bank reconciliation. You're not showing your bank account no love. If you're married, you have a husband and you have your children, and you just have, okay, let's talk about your children. Let's talk about if after you have the baby, You took the baby home and you just put the baby in a crib and never look at the baby, never pay any attention, never look to see if the baby poop, never shower the baby, right? That's the same thing with your bank account. You have to have a relationship, and that relationship over time, you have to make sure that you are giving your bank account some love, right? Here is it. Fortunately, there are many ways to manage your bank account. Guys, you can, okay, for those people who are in accounting or for those people who are in banking, you know how it is. Before, you were not able to, you have to take pen and paper to do your bank reconciliation. You have to wait until your statement comes to see what's going on in your bank. Fortunately, there are many ways to manage your bank account these days. You can download the bank app where you can access your account right from your mobile device. You can download your transaction into Excel spreadsheet and manage your income and expense. You can use a software to track expense and manage your bank transaction by connecting to the bank account, downloading all your transactions. So most bank has the ability. Hey, Yolande, thank you so much for coming on in. Most bank has the ability for you to download your transaction, whether you're using Excel or you're using QuickBooks or Microsoft Money. There's a software out there you can actually connect. You can actually connect to your bank, download this transaction. It makes it easier for you to manage. That is building the relationship with your finances through your bank account. That's making sure that you know what's going on in your bank account. And like I said before, it was quite easy. It was that you had to wait until the bank sent you a statement for you to see what's going on, for you to check. Now you can call it, you can check it daily. You can check it daily. Another way that you can check it daily. So here are some questions that you can use to assess your personal financial love relationship with your finances, and specifically your bank account. When was the last time you balanced your bank account? And I know some people says, I don't have a business. It doesn't matter if you have a business or for your personal bank account. Balancing your bank account or reconciling your bank account is not optional. It is not. You got to pay attention. You got to show your bank account some love. You got to show your finance some love. So the second question is, do you record checks and payment from your bank account? You are welcome. Thank you, Natasha. Do you record your payments? And I know with digital age, with downloading to your device and all of that, some people tend not to record the entries in keep a cash book. That's what we call it, a check register, cash book, whatever you want to call it. But if you are not recording your payments, your income and expense before you download it, are you doing that? It is very important, guys, for you to make sure that you're doing that. The next thing is, do you have password and username in a safe place? I know that some people says, but I don't write it down, right? I don't write it down. Have your password and username in a safe place. Now this one, I just say this to somebody just today, and I know a lot of people on here. This one is gonna be one of the things is that might be one of the takeaway. One of the things that I want everybody that is listening to me, everybody that's watching the replay, everybody that's doing this challenge, if you do not do anything else, pay attention to this question and make sure you're doing it. Is there a beneficiary listed on your bank account? Or is your bank account access to somebody else? If you have a joint account, is your account in your name and your name only? Now, some people, I at one time I see somebody post on Facebook asking if they should have had their spouse to their business account, and I commented on it. I said, even for the sake of your spouse not knowing that they're on the account, you need to add someone on your business account. So if you have a business bank account, make sure that there is someone else on your business account. But I want to talk to all of you about your personal account. And if you don't take anything else from this video, whether you're watching on the replay or you're with me live or you're part of the challenge, put a beneficiary on your bank account. Go to your bank, ask them, how can you add a beneficiary to your bank account? Point in case, because some people think, okay, I don't need to add anybody to my bank account, or I don't need to have a beneficiary in my bank account. But too often I've seen it happen where someone passed away. They are the only person on their bank account. The only person on their bank account. And I've seen where when the family member goes to the bank would not even give them information about the bank account because their names are not on the bank account. We don't know when. We don't know when. We don't know what is going to happen and when it's going to happen. And this, I'm telling you, it hit home because I've had it happen close to me, right? The bank will not give you. Here's what happened. The person went into the bank and says, my mom passed away and I need to find out what bills are going through that account. Do you know what the bank tell them? We can't tell you. We can't tell you. So she says, but the bills need to be paid. I just need to know what is going through the account. They refuse to tell them. Here is what it is. If your name is not on the bank account, the bank is not going to give you any information. If your name is the only name on the bank account, what is going to happen is that if you have payments going through the account, the bank is going to pay some of those payments and some they're going to return. If like you have a Central Hudson bill or wherever you are, your electric bill, that might get paid. And then what they're going to do is they're going to put that account in estate. Putting it in estate, and then you're going to be hit with estate taxes. So you want to make sure that you show your loved one, your finance love, even for your loved one, because we don't know when something is going to happen. If there is a beneficiary on the account, then your beneficiary will be able to access the account and do the necessary closeout. If you have money in that account, it's going to go into probate, and then they'll have to pay probate taxes. So if you take nothing else from this presentation, if you take nothing else from this challenge, make sure you show your finance love by actually going to the bank and make sure you have a beneficiary on your account. And the last one, if there is an emergency, who can access your bank account. If something happened to you, and let's say you did not pass away, but you're sick, you're in a position where you're not able to take care of your finances for yourself. Your bills has to be paid. Who has access to make sure that your life goes on until you're able to do it for yourself? So guys, thank you for all those who are joining me live. If you have not yet signed up for the challenge where you can actually get this document, and then I have here, it is not too hard to start showing your bank account love. Here are some very important tips in building a relationship with your finances. Avoid NSF and overdraft fee. Plan for your bank charges. Check daily or weekly balance. Explore mobile app. Spend time with your account. Open your bank statement. And that is also if you get it by email. Because some people might say, I don't get paper mail, but you do get it by email. If you get your bank statement by email, open the email, and what you do, download the statement and save it to your computer on a flash drive. Save it somewhere that you have access to it. Now, here is something that a lot of people don't recognize, is that the bank statement is available online for a certain amount of period. The paper statement is also available for, but in the event that something happened and you need a copy of those bank statements, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. So you want to save it somewhere where you can have. And last but not least, keep good records. Guys, thank you so much for joining. For those who, if you have not signed up for the challenge, please go ahead and sign up for the challenge. And I have here some additional stuff. Make a list of all your bank accounts. List your account number, and if you have a beneficiary in it. Reconcile your bank account monthly. Add a beneficiary, we say that already, to your account, and record your username and PIN. Put them in a safe place. So guys, let us stop sharing the screen. If you have any questions for me, I know if you have any question for me, you can put your questions on the video, in the Facebook. Put the question, and I will make sure to add the link for the challenge so you can sign up, so you can get this each day. I will be here around 5 to 6 o'clock. 5 to 6 o'clock in the evening, sharing some way that you can show love to your finances. And today we talk about showing love to your finances by having a relationship with your bank account. And if you have any questions at all, let me go ahead and put this in here so you can oh Lord, I can't, it's not allowing me. Share the broadcast. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. Let me know that you did come across this broadcast. And also, if you share, please do hashtag share so that I know I can give you a shout out. For those who are watching it for the first time, me for the first time, I'm Elaine Forbes Daisley, otherwise known as the Elaine Forbes. I come on here, I talk all things about finance and business, and today we're talking about, it's Valentine's Day, guys. Love on your finances. Love on your finances. And we're going to talk about, today we're talking about your bank account. Tomorrow we're going to talk about budget, and I know a lot of people don't like that word. So tomorrow evening, guys, for those who know me, I know there's a lot of people on here. Some people know, some people don't know. For those who know me, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, and tomorrow is preparation day. So I'm going to be coming on a little bit earlier tomorrow evening. So I'll not be coming on at 5. I'll probably be coming on a little bit earlier. And if you don't catch the live broadcast and you would like to I have a question here in the room. I'm going to answer. If you would like the emails, I'll send you the emails. We're going to be jumping into a Facebook group, so you can come on over to the Facebook group. You have to register so you'll get the print the handout. You'll be a part of the Facebook group, and then you will also get access to the replay of this video, because after the challenge is done, this video is going to go away. So if you want to still get the video and information, then that. Now there's a question here. There's a question that says, does the beneficiary have complete access to your account prior to your death? No. No. A beneficiary serve. Okay, so who is a beneficiary? A beneficiary is someone that you put on your account that in the event that you passed away, they would be able to inherit whatever account it is, whether it's your mutual fund, your 401k, your retirement account. That's the same concept, but they would be listed on your account. And when you go to the bank, they will tell you exactly how to list the beneficiary, so the person does not have access to your account unless you are not able, you pass away, right? That's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do is that you can also do a power of attorney, where the person only have access in the event that you are incapacitated. So Elaine ain't gonna pronounce all the words right, and it's ain't because I don't, but So when I said I hope, so right, so you can also have a power of attorney where the person only have access if you are not able to make a decision. Does that help you? I hope it did that. So if you have any more question, please go ahead, type your questions. Okay. Yes. And I know when I talk about the beneficiary, a lot of people don't recognize. It is very important that you do that, because I mean, I've seen it happen, and your money will just go to the state. Especially if it, in some cases it does go to the state. Okay, so another question is, should we do both power of attorney and a beneficiary? Yes. If you are the only signer on your account and you want someone to be able to access your account in the event that something happened, you need to do the power of attorney. But if you want, say, okay, let me give you a better example of why you need both, or if you need both. So let's say, like, you have two children, right? One of them is a little bit more fiscal than the other, right? So you're going to put the most fiscal one to make the decision to give the power of attorney, right? Then if you want both of them to benefit from the account in the event that you passed away, then you add them as beneficiary. I hope that makes sense. You don't want to give someone power of attorney that is not fiscal. That's not able to manage money. That's just gonna have the if something happened to you. Right. And it's just last year I had a friend, her mom passed away, and her mom gave her brother the power of attorney to deal with her account, but then she also leave the money for the children. So there are some cases where you might not need both, because in the event that you have a spouse and your spouse is you know, you can use just your spouses. Your spouse is on the account, and you don't, as long as someone else is on the account, as long as there's someone else on the account. But if you're the only person on the account, then you want to do the power of attorney, and you also want to do the beneficiary. And the bank has a term for it. I don't remember the term right now, but you go in and tell them what you want to do. They would be able to assist you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And I will be back tomorrow evening. And I will definitely, if you have not yet signed up for the challenge, please go ahead and make sure you sign up so you can be sitting in the room with me, and you will get your question answered. And I'll also be live on Facebook for the Facebook viewers. If you have any question, please put a question in. If you want to ask, now let me say this, because I know that some people don't like to ask questions about their money in public. So if you have any question for me, I'm going to put the link how you can actually get in touch with me. You can get a free 20-minute session. You are welcome, Faye. A free 20-minute session. You can get a free 20-minute session with me where I can, answer some questions for you. Because, and listen, I was listening to somebody yesterday or the day before. She was doing a presentation. And she said, there is two things that people don't like to talk about. Two things that people don't like to talk about. And before she says it, I was like, sex and money. And that was exactly, she was doing a sermon. She was talking about the Bible. And she says, I was like, OMG. I thought I was the only person that thought that way. But here is what it is. People don't like to talk about money. People don't like, especially when it comes to their money. When you talk, so some people said, I don't like talking about my money. I don't want to talk about my money. But here is what happens. When something goes wrong with your money, when you're in debt, the bank is going to put it out there. They will. And that's why they have the collector calling you. And guess what? People who do finance or accounting, they know. They know. And listen, when we see you start dodging your phone calls, we know what that means. We're not going to go there this evening because we're going to, hi, Simone, thank you so much for joining me. We're at the end of our presentation for this evening. But guys, if you're just coming in, if you're catching the replay, please make sure to sign up for the challenge so that you can get the replay of the broadcast. You can also get the PDF document. You can get the PDF document. You will get a daily email, and I'm going to send you an invite to the group. So guys, have a great evening. And if you have not yet gone out with your special someone, you have a good evening. And for those who are joining me tonight, we're talking about good record keeping if you're a business owner. Shameless plug for my class this evening. If you're a business owner and you are not keeping good record, you need to come up and see me in the digitized bookkeeping. We're going to talk about how to keep your bookkeeping. Keep your bookkeeping. Oh my gosh, that's too much syllables. How to keep your bookkeeping in order, how to have good bookkeeping. And if you are not keeping your records, that's one way we're going to talk about. So guys, make sure you sign up for the challenge, bit.ly/love challenge 7. And if you want to check out the bookkeeping class, please come on over. I know it's Valentine's. Some people says they're going out this evening, they're having dinner with their special someone, but you can sign up and then you'll get the recording, and then we can move on next week. Next week is not Valentine's. All right, guys, have a good evening. I'll see you all on Facebook on tomorrow. Okay, so thank you so much for those who came on here to see us this evening at the Love Your Finance Challenge. Let me go ahead